Sarah from 17 once again. This is more strength hosting in the forest. I'm once again joined by my beautiful girlfriend, and we're going to be dissecting Dark Souls with someone who's played it quite a lot, and someone who doesn't really know what's happening, but she compensates in other ways. So, is it starting to look a little bit more familiar? Yep.
Yeah, it's the same place as before.
Yep. And did you notice what happened a moment ago?
No.
How many blue people is there?
2.
Yep. That guy's running away. Oh, this is interesting. Watch this. So he runs away. I thought he didn't want to fight. So I come back to this guy.
Rookie mistake.
And he gets me with an R2 as I wake up. Oh no, an R1.
Even I could tell he was going to come backwards.
Well, I didn't. So, yeah. Welcome to Dark Souls. But this guy is red. Did you see that little animation on the bottom of the screen a moment ago? There you
that
go.
thing glowing over there.
Yep.
I saw that, yeah.
That means another guy's coming in. You see that?
You're not doing very well.
No. I get backstabbed because I'm not too sure who I'm fighting. Because normally in the forest, people gangbang you.
What did that tree ever do to you?
Well, it's in the way. Oh, here we go. So these two guys can fight each other, but they're killing me.
Why? Is that because they can tell you're better?
No, it's just weird. It's just Dark Souls. It makes no sense. Look at him. See him knock him away with that spell? It's just insane. Backstab. Oh, and I messed it up.
So in Dark Souls, is a gangbang a bad thing?
It all depends. There's no actual penetration. Nobody's orgasming. It just involves death. Oh, I hate this video.
Why?
Because I think I've won and I bow, and I've not won.
Rookie mistake.
That is so bad. God, that would have been amazing too. Absolutely amazing. This is the same guy who just tried to gangbang me on his own. And you'll notice he runs away until he's got help.
Not so big now, is he?
Well, he is, because now it's 2 versus 1 again. But I don't think the other guy does anything.
Pieces.
Yeah, my new way of saying it. That's the come at me, bro.
He's hiding behind a tree.
Yep. I don't know if he wanted to backstab me there. I'm not too sure what that guy's doing.
I was going to say he was just stood there behind a tree. Now he's hiding behind a bush.
Yeah, because he's a genius. And he's going to get backstabbed.
Do you reckon he'd like run away and gone to the toilet or something?
I hope his pad disconnected. I hope his family died. I hope anything.
Can't say that.
You can. He's a dick. He's running away from me on a video game, and that is obviously more important than anything in real life. So he pulls out the Wrath of God and I slap him with my hyper armour.
Massive.
Yeah, my big massive sword. Then I heal. And it's me versus this guy. And he's using, I think, a Chaos Blade and something in his offhand, which I can't see on the monitor. And I'm running back over here because I hate fighting down there. Because if you fight too far down there, you'll attract enemies. And I don't want anything to do with that shit. So I walk over here. And do you see those white signs on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
If I step on them, I can summon a phantom into this world.
Is that them white things?
Yeah, the white people. You see them there?
What do they do?
Exactly the same thing. If I step on that, I can call that guy to come and help me.
Oh, so when they're a white thing, they're not doing anything?
No, it's just a marker telling you that somebody's there looking to enter worlds to get souls. That then puts you in an interesting situation, because right now this is 1 versus 1. I could summon somebody else to make this 2 versus 1. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't like that.
Why don't you like it?
Because that's unfair.
Why is it unfair though?
Because that's 2 versus 1, that's just numerically unfair.
I agree. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't see anything wrong at all with that. A lot of people don't see anything wrong with 3 versus 1. And when they win, they taunt.
And that's just dickish.
But to
I don't
them,
like that.
they think they're really good players sometimes. Other times they probably think they're...
Raging waffle.
Yeah, some people have got very interesting names. A lot of backstabs in these strength builds because I'm not rolling as much, so the backstabs are just flowing. But there's the big problem with this, and you'll notice there's two guys now. This guy's got magic and he's just coming straight in. So this is essentially a free-for-all at this point.
Why did they...
What's that, sorry?
Why did they go for you?
Because I'm the world they've invaded. I'm the host. I am essentially the target.
But could they hit each other?
Yeah, they could fight each other. That's the thing with Dark Souls. It's...
What's heretical?
What's that, sorry?
His name was Heretical Sob. Should it not be heretical?
It should be heretical, yeah. To imply he's a heretic. But you can't really, trip people up on English when it comes to Xbox Live, because half of them are about 5 years old that think X's and numbers and leet speak is cool. The rest of them are just illiterate. So once again, you'll notice I'm in an interesting situation.
There's two.
Yeah, and they're both going for me. But I'm very good at backstabbing on this game, and that right there is a cancelled backstab. So, whee! There goes that one.
Awesome.
Then he comes to try and kick me, and he's doing an interesting move with his weapon, but it's a mistake. He does it again. Does he hit me? He does hit me, but it's not really worth the time it takes to do it. You see that? How much life I took in that one hit? Big mistake too. Miss because my weapon's slow. Should have backstabbed him. Tries it again. Poise. Backstab. A lot of backstabs, which is something that somebody's probably going to point out and not like it for. What do you think to a mechanic where if you walk behind somebody and you press one button, you can take off 60% of their life?
Does everyone know about the mechanic?
Yep, everybody knows about it because the game teaches you how to use it.
Well, then it's fair.
The game teaches you to rely on it.
If it's something that everyone can do, then...
You see it?
Why not? Yeah, if it...
That is one of the main mechanics people hate.
If you know how to expect it, then you should know how to defend it.
Exactly. That is the argument to the backstab conundrum.
And it's
it exists.
That's fair, because everyone... If it's something that the game teaches you how to do, then everyone should at least know how to do it in principle.
I should probably elaborate on that. It teaches you how to do it, it doesn't teach you how to defend it.
Well, no, but you'd figure that would sort of come alongside it, surely.
I wish it did, but this is Dark Souls. Dark Souls doesn't teach anything. The only thing Dark Souls does is slap you on the ass once it pulls you out the womb and it expects you to run. It is mercilessly unhelpful, and it's got such a strong community. I lost that fight there because of swing speed and various other mistakes. I also didn't mean to jump into the spell, I meant to do a roll, but that's just how it works. But this guy here, wearing Silver Knight armour, using the Quelaag Fury Sword, I think he's new, I hope he's new. He goes for the parry, rolls backwards there, and I'm two-handing my axe. You'll notice I've traded out some armour for a little bit more poise, I assume. Poise is a statistic that when you get hit by a weapon you don't flinch and lose control. So it enables you to take more than one hit without losing the ability to control your guy. It's a very important stat, and the game never tells you what it does. And as I was saying before...
What would something like that be called in another game?
What,
that
poise?
Sounds familiar, yeah.
I don't know.
Like, not being able to be stunned.
Some people call it hyper armor. Some people call... There's a couple of different fighting game terms. Because stun locking is prevalent in all games. One thing you find a lot in action games is iframes, if you've heard that term.
No, I'm thinking of like a normal-ish word that means that you've got something on. The name of the thing that you've got on that means you can't be stunned. But maybe I've just made that up.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe somebody will answer in the comments what they think it is.
Another thing like poise, but it's not called poise, it's called something else.
My synonyms for poise are surely lacking.
But it means the similar thing. Probably not exactly the same because it's Dark Souls, so everything means something slightly different. But
I'm not too sure.
Similar.
I don't know.
That's going to annoy me until I figure it out.
I don't really think I've thought about it that much. In games, I just kind of just go with it. Poise on this game, though, is something the game never teaches you, but that is a Dark Souls trait at this point. The community is so strong on this game because of how much everybody's had to band together to discover things and to test things and to learn things. And
that's nice.
It's that mystery that gives it the edge over a lot of other games, because one of the
It's like a gang. You're sort of in the know or you're not.
well, yeah, it's like that with a lot of things. But in this game, because it's so different to everything else that's released, there's an allure to it. There didn't used to be an allure. There used to be mass frustration. Because when I was younger and I didn't have access to the internet and the only thing we had was game facts and things like that, there wasn't... You know, when you got stuck on a game...
You got stuck.
Yeah.
You just didn't finish it.
You didn't play it, or you somehow figured it out. And back then, you know, lick the stamp to stab the spider monkey and throw him at the sun type ways to do things. Games were difficult, and they've got progressively easier because of the demand and the money that's gone into it. And then a game like this comes along and just pisses in the face of the consumer, essentially. It forces you to learn it.
I've never thought of it before, but particularly this game, is very similar to how I'm looking at the roller derby team.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a community of practice. There's its own language. There's an exclusionary element where not knowing things means that you can't be part of the group. It's almost identical. Yay, linguistics.
Flying monkey. Well, that is something that you can trace into a lot of things, into those principles,
yeah,
those.
But this is a very
tenets.
closed one, which is interesting.
Yeah. The guy taunts me.
Just the fact that I know so little about this proves.
Like there was something that probably went straight off you. Did you see me knocking my shield forward?
No.
That is me asking him to fight me. Did you notice that?
And is that kind of something that everyone would know as like, let's fight?
If you PvP a lot, that is a universal signal of I'm ready, let's go. If you're
and
not
that's
gonna,
I'm guessing, user-created thing.
oh, definitely. All of
it's not a big button that says press this.
Well, that's the
you'll
thing.
say, let's
all
fight.
of it is user-created. These mentalities, these ideals that people play with, the ideals I play with, are all user-created, and everybody has a different view on it. Like, watch
so
this.
Interesting. I wonder if there's anything written about this. I'll have to look it up.
This is a guy who's naked, with Havel's hat on, and Havel's greaves, and he keeps pointing up.
Right.
He's not got a weapon, he's not attacking me, he's just pointing. Just pointing. That's all he's doing. Pointing.
Why?
Exactly. Why is he not fighting?
What does that mean?
That means he's weird. Or he's doing something strange. And you'll notice I smack him with my axe, and he punches me. So I take my axe off, and I start trying to punch him. This is all part of this guy's elaborate ruse.
Oh, is he then gonna...
He's going to pull out a massive sword and stab me in the back. Once he's bored of whatever this is. And as it stands, this is just one of those really insane moments where it doesn't really make much sense what's happening. There's just two people being idiots, doing silly things. I start spamming shrug because I don't understand what's going on. He's
What is he
spamming
doing?
parry. That's how you parry.
Just in case you decided to hit him.
No idea. It's just weird. It's just one of those really strange moments. And then all of a sudden, once this is done, boom.
I was gonna say maybe he doesn't know how to play.
No, this guy knows how to play.
Maybe he was like sat there looking at the pad, just pressing buttons, and that's why he was punching the air.
You can't do what he did just then if you can't play. That is somebody who's very, very good and is doing something really silly because they've played this game that much. And don't get me wrong, if that was a proper fight, I could have beat him. He could have beat me. It could have been a really good one. And look who's back.
Is that the same guy?
Yep, same guy.
Hiding behind a tree.
Hiding behind a tree with his shield poking out of the side of the tree. So he starts throwing Lloyds at me, which is an item that stops me from being able to use the flask. You know, the one that only one person gets.
Throwing what at you?
It's called a Lloyd's Talisman. There's a character in this called like Allfather Lloyd's, and he created them. That's it, just then. And he hit me with it somehow. This means, you know, if I go to use Estus, it'll do an animation and not heal me, and it'll leave me vulnerable. But this guy, he's lost all the charity that he had with me after his previous performance, and now he plays Ring Around the Roses with the tree, so I kick the tree. And then I backstab him and I kill him.
I hope he was recording this as well for some like stupid video that he's doing.
I don't know, I hope so too, but that is another session of the insanity that is Dark Souls. and the PvP element in that game. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and you take care now.